Hello everyone, welcome back to Funny Tech Course. In this course, we are going to discuss about generative AI. So if you are interested to build tools like ChatGPT, PDF chatbots, document analyzers, etc., then you're in the right place. I want to give you guys a caution that this course is completely project based instead of hours of theory. So we'll build the real applications first and then we'll learn the theory which is only useful. You don't need any prior AI knowledge. You just want to know basics of Python. So in this session, in this part one, we're going to know how to build an AI-powered chatbot and document analyzer. So without any late, let's get started. So before we build our AI assistant, let's set up our development environment. Don't worry, it's very simple. So here, let's create a folder. A folder called Gen AI. Now let's open the terminal and enter Python space dash m space VENV and VENV. That's it. So here we can see here something like when we. So our virtual environment has been activated. Now we need to install Gemini SDK, means software development kit. For that, pip space install space Google dash GenAI. As we can see that it's installing. So the installation is completed. Now I think you have got a question that why I have installed Google Gen AI, because this Google Gen AI package helps our Python code to communicate with Google Gemini model. Now let's verify the installation. Suppose I type pip space list. It gives the list of packages that we have installed. So here we can see that Google Gen AI version 2.10.0. So our Google Gen AI package was successfully installed. Now we need to get our API key, because to access Gemini models, we need an API key. So let's go to Google Gemini Studio and go to this key icon. And here you can create an API key. You need to keep a name for it. I'll keep GenAI course. So after clicking create, you'll get a random string like this, which is your API key. Make sure that you keep this as safe as possible. If it is exposed, anyone can use your key and integrate into their projects so that the credit usage bill comes under you and you need to pay for it. So keep it as safe as possible. After the completion of this particular session, I'll delete this API key. So kindly copy it and store it. So let's build our first AI application. So before building, let's understand the basic terms. First of all, what is an API key? Think of API as an mm, bridge between your code and Google Gemini model. Your program sends a request and that particular AI model gives the response. Second, what is an SDK? SDK stands for Software Development Kit. Instead of writing everything from scratch, Google provides a package called Google GenAI, and we all know it. So that is called as an SDK. An SDK is simply a library which makes the communication between your project and that particular AI model easier. So that's enough. And let's start coding. So I'll create a file called main.py. So at previously we have installed the package Google GenAI, right? Now we need to import it. So for importing from Google, import GenAI. It imports that particular package. So our Google GenAI SDK is imported. So after that, we need to create a client. Don't worry, I'll explain it. Sorry. So the client establishes the connection between our Python program and Google Gemini AI model. So we can see in this diagram that here in this Python code block, it is connected with client and Gemini AI. Here between the Python code and Gemini AI, this client acts as a bridge. I mean, it connects the Python code and our Python code with Gemini AI. Suppose we send a request from our Python code to Gemini, it instantly answers and returns it to us. This is how a chatbot works, right? So coming to code, here we need to write GenAI dot client with capital C, parenthesis API underscore key equals to, here's the API key. I mean, here we need to insert it. I'll just copy paste it. So in this way, we need to insert. Okay, now we have imported the Google, created a client for the communication. Now we need to pass a response, right? I mean, we need to give the prompt. So response equals to, just remember that in this way we need to give the API key. Just remember the syntax. Okay. Gen AI dot client where C is capital. In the parenthesis API key equals to double quotes inside your API key. Right? Here in response, what it should do, it should generate the response, right? So client or variable client dot models dot generate underscore content, give the parenthesis and enter. Here we need to select the model. I mean, Gemini consists of many models, right? In that we have to give that, we have to give our prompt to that respected model. We need to select that model. So for model purpose, I'll select. Here we need to select the model. I mean, Gemini consists of many models like Gemini 2.5 Flash, Gemini 3, etc. So I'll use an efficient model called Gemini 2.5 Flash. So I'll create a variable called model Gemini 2.5 Flash. Make sure that variable name is model only. And we need to create, I mean, we have did everything. We have established a connection between our code and Gemini. We have selected the model. Everything is fine. But what's left? We need to give the prompt to that respected AI model. Then only it can give response, right? So now, sorry, context equals to, okay, we need to give only contents. Just remember this. Contents equals to what is Python. So I'll give this as a prompt. So now we have give prompt. Now what's left? Okay, sorry. We need to keep comma here. And now what's left? We need to get the output, means print our response dot text. We can't print our response directly. Only by response dot text we can get our output. Got it? Now let's run this program. Okay, it's taking more time. Okay, have got output as we can see here. In essence, Python is a powerful, flexible, and relatively easy to learn programming language that has become one of the most popular choices for developers across various industries due to readability, vast ecosystem, and broad applicability. So we have got a response here. Okay, now okay, it's fine. So now we have gave the prompt, it gave response, everything is fine. But a particular user don't give the prompt in the backend itself, right? He gives from that respected interface, right? So we don't have a proper interface for it. At least we need to give the prompt from terminal itself. So for that, we'll use the input method, sorry. So our prompt equals to input of you. I mean, you are entering that, and our contents will be that respective prompt. Fine. Try to understand, guys. And now let's run it again. Okay, it's okay. 1 minute. Let me clear the terminal. So, okay, it's asking me. So I'll enter give code, sorry, give query for SQL to store a table with 4 tuples. Okay, this whole prompt goes to Gemini and it generates the response and gives back. Okay, so has given the answer as we can see here. Okay, Okay, we can see this much big answer. Also, it has given code. Sorry, I mean query. Everything is good. But one question, does it feel like ChatGPT or Gemini? Obviously no, because it is getting out of program for every prompt. It should not do like that. So we need to keep a loop throughout the chat. Only if user enters exit, then only it should come out of that loop so that it comes out of that program, right? So now let's code. So now let's use while loop. While true means this loop continues always. Fine. We need to give the proper indentation. Oh, sorry. Now it's okay. So if our prompt is exit, if our prompt equals to exit, come out of the loop means just break. Okay. Else continue this part. So we need to give the proper indentation. We all know that. Okay. So what if user enters exit in capital letters? So let's convert that into lowercase. Let's make it somewhat realistic. We'll print something like this is an AI response, something like that. This looks good. So let's execute this. Okay. So let's prompt. What is Docker? Okay, it's taking time. Fine. Docker is an open source platform that enables developers to build, ship, run applications. Okay. Give a good and brief definition about it. Cool. Now you can see it's again asking the prompt instead of exiting out of program. It's asking prompt. So now I'll type. Okay. I'll expand the terminal. Tell me in short lines about Azure Open Vision. See, it's again asking the prompt until I type exit, right? This looks more better than the previous one, right? So now let's add memory to our chatbot. So let's start with the problem. What is Spring Boot in two lines for shorter output? Okay, It gave output. Now I'll ask what I asked you before. Let's see that it can give response or not. As an AI, I don't have memory of past conversation. Exactly not. The real world AI applications doesn't work like this, right? So let's add memory to this chatbot. Now, in our present AI assistant on which we are currently working, the workflow will be something like this. If we ask one particular question, the code goes to the client, it asks AI for the response, and it gives the response. Fine. This is completed. Now, question two, we'll give the code again, and AI takes it and gives the response. This means these both are not interacted with each other. So now let's create history which can keep our prompt and the response which is given by AI. It should store those both. For that, let's use list data structure. So I'll create a variable called history equals to an empty list. Fine. So if our prompt is exit, no need to append. So else our prompt should be appended to that particular history. So history dot append f user prompt. This saves our prompt, right? Now it has appended prompt. That's perfectly okay. And it should also append that particular text which is given by AI, right? So now history dot append AI response dot text. It's completely fine. So now let's run this program. I'll clear the terminal and run it again. Fine. I'll ask, write only Java code for printing subscribe. Fine, right? Now it has appended my prompt and the response which is given by AI. Okay. Now I'll ask what I have asked you before. It searches the, okay, wait. Okay, for that content, I have to give both prompt and history. Sorry guys, I did a big mistake. So as our content is a string data structure, let's join it with our history. I'm so sorry guys. I mean, suppose my history is, if I enter the prompt, write a Java code for printing some subscribe, it appends that. And The contents will be write a Java code for print subscribe. Okay, and it gives the response according to it. I mean, it takes content and gives the response according to it, and we all know it. And it also appends that particular response to into the history list, and also it again joins with contents so that it can remember our previous history or the previous charts, right? So now let's try. Fine, let's run it. Right, print hello world code in some C++ only code. We don't want huge amount of theory, right? So, okay, it has given the code, which is completely good. Now let's ask, what I have asked be, sorry, okay, sorry, what I have asked you before. You have previously asked me to write print hello world code in C++. So we can see it can remember the previous charts, right? So kindly understand this properly, guys. It appends both our prompt and also the content which is given by AI, right? And this everything, the history goes to Gemini so that it can look everything and it can give the response. Okay, got it? And also remember that this memory, I mean, this history is temporary because this data is currently stored in RAM, right? So after the exiting of this particular program, the history deletes. So now our chatbot remembers the previous history and also it can ask prompt multiple times, right? So now let's go to the another step, which means let's upload the files and let's ask the queries from it, right? So let's bring a particular file to here. So I'll keep a resume here, not only resume, a random PDF. So as our chatbot now tells the information about files, we need to create a method for it. I mean, we need to write a small amount of code for it. Let's create a temporary variable called, sorry, uploaded file equals to our client dot files dot upload. This is the method. Just remember it carefully. Files dot upload. Let's press enter. So our file equals to mm, capital letters resume dot PDF. It's fine. So in this way, we need to upload particular file. Got it? So just remember the syntax properly. Client dot files dot upload. So here for model, I mean for generating response, client dot models dot generate content. Just remember like this properly. Okay. So for creating client, GenAI dot client. Got it? I know you guys can do it. Now the contents which we give now are mm, yeah, our uploaded file, comma, the prompt, right? So these are the contents, isn't it? Also, let's give our history too. Yeah, fine. Now it's completely fine. So now let's run this program. Okay, what are the skills in this resume? Only skills. Okay, as we can see that there are problem solving skills, analytical skills, logical thinking, project management and teamwork, communication skills, Java basics, Python basics, and adaptivity and continuous learning. Okay, so in this way, it can give answer from that particular file, right? What is this special skill? So here we can see that it has gave strong interest in robotics, AI, DL, conducting workshops, seminars, etc., and foundational programming skills in Java, Python, as we have seen here, and project management and teamwork, right? So now our chatbot can sorry, now our chatbot can give responses to that particular files, right? It's really good. So not only a PDF, let's try giving an image. Okay, so I'll give this image. So normally I'll keep this image and I'll change the name to some funny .jpg .jpg. So now let's run this program again. Sorry. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so now let's run it again. Okay, so I'll ask some characteristics like does he has spectacles or not? Just tell yes or no. Let's avoid big theory answers. Yes. Okay, that's good because in this image, this guy consists of pets, right? Okay, now had headphones. Yes, right now. What's the shirt color? The shirt is dark blue with a light blue pattern. Exactly. What's the background of this image? Dense canopy of trees and foliage, isn't it? Yeah, maybe. It's good, right? So let's end this session, guys. So, first of all, congratulations. In the first video itself, we have built a complete AI assistant. It can answer to questions, it can hold conversations, it can remember the previous messages, it can reply to that particular file, isn't it? So, this is the version 1 of our AI assistant. In our further classes, let's learn more topics regarding to this and let's upgrade this AI assistant more better than this one. I mean, even though it can generate better, it have somewhat limitations regarding to the responses or regarding to the data it stores, regarding to the efficiency, anything it might be. We'll study about these limitations in upcoming lecture and let's understand about them carefully and let's rebuild it into version 2. Okay, so see you in the next lecture. Jai Hind.